Hello, guys. How are we today?
I'm very good.
That's good. The point of this little half hour is just to check up on your progress, how everybody's going with, yeah, preparing for the debate, and how much you guys have done. So I'll get up a whiteboard here. Okay. So, how are you guys coming along with your, by the way, treat today like a team meeting that I just happened to be here for. So you don't need to wait for me to address you. Just if you've got something to say, just chime in and say it. So how are we coming along with our debate prep? Do we have, what have we done so far?
We have done all of that.
You've done all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So you guys have all of your reasons, you've assigned your speakers, everybody knows which arguments they're going to present. Amazing.
We prepared for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And our meeting just ended 1 hour ago.
Oh, incredible. Good job, guys. Fantastic. So let's hear your, excuse me. Hello, Kevin. So let's hear your arguments, how you're arranging everything. Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Let me just quickly set up my whiteboard first, so we can take some notes, and then I'll send these to you guys on Zalo. So. Okay. So, first of all, we'll start with your team lineup. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's start with your.
We only have 4 speakers.
Sorry about that. The Zoom decided to kick me for some reason. Okay, so let's try that again, and hopefully I get to finish this time. Okay, so who do you guys have as your first speaker?
It's Andrew.
So Andrew's opening. Who's going second?
Kevin.
Fantastic. Who's third?
It's Tom.
Tom. Who's going fourth?
It's Katie.
And that means Luna is closing things out for you guys. Well done.
No, but Luna didn't join us.
Ah, she wasn't there for the team meeting.
Yeah, my mother said that she cannot, she cannot, she cannot afford the meeting, and she is not here too.
Yeah, I noticed that she wasn't here. Do we know why? Do we have a reason?
Maybe she's busy.
She was in school.
Ah, okay. Okay, so will she be in class on Thursday or will she be at school?
I don't know.
Woof. Um, okay, so I'll send I'll send her a message a little bit later and find out. Let me just take a note of that. Where's my pen hiding?
Teacher, did I have to speak for Luna?
No, I will think of another. That'll do. I'll think of a backup plan for that, but let me take some notes down.
Can someone be an Iron Man?
So I might just have to change the, excuse me, I might just have to change the scoring system to even it out if Luna's not able to speak. So
I'm pressing.
okay, awesome. So I've made a note of that. Okay, so let's hear a little bit about your arguments. Which arguments have you thought about? Or which arguments are you guys going to be presenting?
The first argument is a regular bedtime help them gain enough strength for a new day.
Okay, very good. What's next?
The second one is a regular bedtime make parts of children's bodies healthy.
Very good. And what's next?
Next is regular bedtime helps children to have a better behavior at school and at home.
Very good.
And then the last one is nothing, just closing remark and summary.
Very good. So, are you guys going to be able to stretch one argument out over 3.5 minutes per speaker? You're going to have enough
Yeah.
evidence. Beautiful.
Yeah, Tom have the most evidence because it's important. So I put Tom have the most evidence.
Very good. So, whoop. All right, terrific. And where are you guys at with writing your arguments and looking for your evidence? Have you started yet, or is this going to be your task over the next couple of days?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, of course. So where are you at with writing your arguments and finding your evidence? Have you started yet, or will that be your task over the next couple of days?
We done it.
Very good. So you guys are already pretty much prepared for the debate. That's awesome. So have you given any thought to rebuttals to some of the arguments that your opponents may make?
Yeah, and we already imagine about what could the speaker of the opposition say.
Very, very good. And how many? Very good. So how many rebuttals have you thought of?
We are taught 2 rebuttals.
Fantastic. Oh, yes, Katie.
When Thursday come, I go to a vacation, so I will have my iPad with me. So I don't think that the network in there would do.
So you'll be away on vacation on Thursday?
Yes, but I can still join this class.
Excellent. So you're just worried about the strength of the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
I'm on a vacation too, and I need to go to my grandparent neighbor house to get Wi-Fi because my grandparent house doesn't have enough Wi-Fi.
Ah. Oh, bless all of these challenges that we've got to overcome. But I hope you guys are having fun, and I hope Katie will have fun on her vacation. But thank you for letting me know that. So let's hear your rebuttals. What have you thought of?
So the first thing is we imagine that the speaker of the opposition will say that sleeping children sleeping too early cannot help them. They need playtime and reading before sleeping.
Okay, very good.
Our rebuttal our rebuttal is children can relax when they are sleeping and they don't need any playing or reading before bed.
Right, so they don't need. Okay, good. And what's the second argument that you have thought of that they might say?
The second, the second thing that they might say is sleeping too early. Sleeping too early can make children couldn't fall in sleep, fast, and they will sleep later than a regular bedtime, and is the same as sleeping late.
Say that again, sorry. So sleeping too early can make children.
Can make children can't fall asleep, early, struggle to sleep. Yeah. And they will stay up late, and it is the same as not a regular bedtime.
So going to bed too early can make children struggle to fall asleep. Okay, so going to bed too early can make children struggle to fall asleep and cause them to stay up late anyway. Okay, and what was your rebuttal to that argument?
So our rebuttal is we would say that they can listen to some kind of music and then go to bed regularly, and that make them sleepy too. So they wouldn't they wouldn't sleep right away, but they can listen to some soft music and then sleep, and that can make a regular bedtime come true.
Very good. Wow, it really looks like you guys have done a lot of good work here. Is there anything that is there any particular part of the debate that you would like some help with, or anything that you'd like me to explain?
No, not really.
Fantastic, guys. I'm really, really impressed. The last class that I taught, I asked them what they'd done, and they just kind of looked at me and said, we haven't done anything yet. So we had to sit there and come up with a whole list of reasons for them. But you guys have done absolutely fantastically. So what sort of evidence have you found so far?
So for the first argument, the evidence is studying and playing all day will make children very tired. So sleeping regular would help them to get back their energy and ready for a new day.
Very good. Okay, so is that a study that you found, or is that a website, or what kind of evidence is that you found?
Is the evidence that I think of, and then there are more of this. According to an article published by Sleeping Foundation, people will stay awake to play video games, celebrating holidays, etc. are likely to sleep late, and they are very tired the next day and they can't do anything.
So that was the Sleep Foundation.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Whoop. Just checking the chat here. I've just got a message from Katie. Okay, so that's some good information there, Katie. Do you have a plan to stretch that out to last 3.5 minutes?
No.
Ah, okay. So, yeah. So, how do you know how long your speech roughly takes? Okay. So, what I recommend is just record yourself delivering your speech, time how long it will, time how long it takes you to give this speech as it is, and then if need be, try and think of another argument to stretch your time out. So you're looking for a time of about 3 minutes to 3 minutes and 20 seconds is how long you want to be speaking for. So yeah, if what you've got doesn't go for that long, maybe try find and think of another argument and find some more evidence to make it a bit longer. But you guys are doing absolutely fantastically so far. Let me just say that now. You guys are doing brilliant.
I
Kevin,
just write. I decided I just write the the first argument that I sent to you, but I searched the the second one and the third one in the Google.
Yeah. Okay. So the argument, yeah, so the argument that you're making is actually very good. But yeah, really, you just need to try and stretch it out a little bit more. So if you include, I would say, to be honest, just include a bit of information from your evidence. So obviously tell us where you got it from. So according to an article on the website you found it on, studies show that bedtime is important for children because they'll be tired, they can fall sick, stuff like that. Just try and fill your speech out a little bit more with some more information from the evidence, and that can make it last a bit longer, because quoting evidence, oh, excuse me. Yeah, so quoting evidence is a good way to make your speech go a little bit longer. Are you hungry again, Tom? My goodness. So what about you, Kevin? How's all of your debate prep going? Good. You've got lots of evidence. Your speech is going to be 3 minutes to 3 minutes, 20 seconds long. And as well, sorry guys, when the speaker on the other team that goes before you is speaking, just make sure that you're paying lots of attention. You are writing down notes about their argument, so that you can offer rebuttals to that as well. That can also take up some time in your 3 minutes. And yeah, so just make sure that you're doing do a bit of research into arguments on the other side of the debate, so that no matter what arguments they do make, you're able to offer rebuttals. So overall, guys, you have done absolutely fantastically. Yeah. So just make sure you practice your speeches, time them out, and plan some time for rebuttals. So very well done, guys. I'm very impressed. I'll be the judge of that, Kevin, on Thursday. Yes, I will. And sometime, yeah, to answer Katie's question, what is hoogery? In the first lesson, near the end of it, Tom was sending messages into the chat box saying, "Teacher, I need to go. I'm very hungry. I need to eat," because he misspelt hungry. And so as soon as I saw that message, I said, "Oh my gosh, Tom's hungry." And all of a sudden that's just stuck. So in every lesson, Tom has always sent the message saying, "I'm hungry." That's it. Okay, so very well done, guys. It sounds like you guys are really prepared for this debate. So yeah, keep up the fantastic work. Keep working on your arguments, and I'll see you on Thursday for the debate. Fantastic job, guys. I am super impressed.
Yeah. Bye, teacher. Goodbye.
See you on Thursday.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Teacher. Wait until the next class.
That's it. Now I get to see what your opponents are up to.
I'm very happy now.
All right, Tom, you get to go and eat, so you're not going to be hungry anymore.
Goodbye, teacher.
Yeah, unless you guys have any last minute questions, you're free to go.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
Teacher.
Yes. Hello, Amy. How are you?
Here's shape at 20 sides. Teacher?
Okay. Yes.
Did you know there's a shape at 20 sides?
A shape at what?
A shape had 20 sides.
There's a shape that has 20 sides. I did not know that.
Is a icosagon?
What's it called?
Icosagon.
Icosagon. I did not know that, Tom. Thank you for teaching me that.
Hello, Stella.
Hello.
Hello, Stella. Okay.
Rio is right here.
1, 2, 3. So we've got Amy, we've got Stella, and we've got Rio. So we are just waiting for
John and George.
John and George. All right, I've just sent a message to John and George in the Zalo group. Hopefully they will be in here in just a moment. So I've just been speaking with the proposition, and they have been doing some fantastic work. So let me get your whiteboard set up here. Okay. So, first of all, how are you guys going in the process of preparing for the debate?
Fine, thank you.
Very good. So have you decided the order for your team yet?
Yes.
Terrific. Okay. Whoop. Let me just.
The first speaker is Amy. The second speaker is Stella. The third speaker is Rio. The fourth speaker is me. And the fifth speaker is George. Oh, he's
Very
not in the
good.
meeting.
He's not here yet. I did send him a message in the Zalo group. So, but I mean, this is more just a progress check and a chance for me to advise you on what you need to do. So it sounds like you guys have thought about your arguments.
We all have argument except for George.
Well, if George is the final speaker, then he doesn't need any arguments. So what needs to happen is, as you guys write and finish your arguments, just make sure that you tell him which arguments you're using and what your evidence is, so that George can summarize all of that for you. So George's job is to make sure that I remember your argument as best as possible. So let's hear it. So what
Hear about what?
what are your arguments? Let's hear about it.
My argument?
Yep. Well, all of the arguments of your team. So what arguments have you guys come up with?
I think we will read each because I haven't got enough time to combine them into a big one, and I am combining them right now.
So I don't need you to read me out your speeches just yet. I'm just interested to know what your arguments, like what the arguments are, without expanding on them in a speech.
So when they grow up, they need lesser hours to sleep a day, and you can't always force them to sleep at the time you want them to. And children sleep naturally. And if they got them to sleep too early, maybe they got some homework and they couldn't do it. And maybe when they go to bed too early, they wait for you to go to bed, then sneak at the iPad or their phone out to play.
Okay, so people do not need as much sleep as they grow up. Children are natural sleepers. They sleep when they are tired. Sometimes, learn to spell, Michael. So sometimes they have homework or other activities they need to do. and cannot go to sleep at the time their parents want them to. Very good so far. What other
Yeah.
arguments do you guys have?
Ooh, I'm finding them.
Because you're doing some very good work so far. Let me just say that.
And when you sleep in a routine, if there are some unexpected days, you have to sleep a bit later. For example, like you go home from work late, so or the power cut is in the hot in the weather, it is very difficult to ensure that you can't sleep on time. And when you sleep lately but still have to wake up on time following a routine, at this point now, and it leads to a lot of sleeping time and seriously affect concentrating and causing fatigue on the next day.
Very good.
And if you don't feel well and you want to spend more time on bed to rest and sleep, then the time you set your routine is totally okay.
Very
And
good,
sometimes
guys.
you have to break out the routine to enjoy new experience.
Very good, guys. It looks like you've been thinking about these arguments a lot. This is fantastic. Excuse me. Now, what is some of the evidence that you guys have found to support your arguments?
That the evidence that as the children grow there is lesser time to sleep. That was a research according to the Oxford Healthcare.
To which healthcare, sorry, John?
Oxford.
Oxford.
And we almost find no more research because it's all for the proposition side.
Ah, okay.
And you got a tricky topic. We couldn't think to any way to prove it.
So have you examined other types of evidence?
Yeah, I have exam a lot, but I read every single web, but they are for the proposition.
Okay. Let me have a quick look here.
And I think that Rio's got another research, but I don't know where it's from.
Okay, so if you found the research, just tell me which website you found the research on. You don't, in that instance, you don't have to mention where the research actually came from. So if you just list the website or the article or whatever you were reading, just list where you found that. You don't have to tell me who actually did the research. That'll be fine.
Okay. That's okay. Hey, who is this?
I do not know. Whoop. It's down there anyway.
And so I would like to ask my teammates to ask for any more suggestions.
It's me.
Oh,
Amy's just changing her name to confuse us.
why is George so late?
I
I
don't
don't-
really know.
Yeah, me either.
George is really late. So anyone, do you have any suggestions made? I've read it all, but do you got anything to add in?
Yeah, guys, does anyone else have anything that they'd like to, say, anything they would like to consider?
The chatting to me, they said no.
Yeah, no worries.
Teacher,
Okay.
Teacher Michael, I can see one more Teacher Michael here.
Yes, I'm logged in on my tablet and on my laptop. So
Okay.
I've got two screens going.
Okay.
Okay, so I might make a suggestion to you guys that
Yes, it would be great.
okay, so I've just been doing a little bit of a Google search myself to see what kind of evidence is out there. And I think for you guys, the best strategy for your arguments is going to be try and broaden the definition of children. So what age do children stop being children?
Oh, I got a question too. How many hours do a child need to sleep?
Well, I'm looking here around the 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old mark. It looks like they should be getting 9 to 11 hours sleep. But all of the hits that I'm getting on Google are talking about I think your best arguments are going to come from making arguments for older children, so teenagers. So play to that. So you could make an argument like, while younger children might need a more structured bedtime routine, older children like teenagers, for example. So I've just seen a thing here. The reasons for no bedtime for middle and high schoolers is because kids this age should make their own choices. They need to learn when to call it a night and learning from the mistakes of not sleeping enough, which teaches good responsibility and habits. So you guys should play to the older children as a good strategy for your arguments.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah, like I say, kids are kids until they turn 18 years old. So take full advantage of that, your arguments. Okay.
Researching for quite a lot of webs and a lot before, but no evidence. And can I say something to my teammates?
Please do. That's what we're here for you guys to get a little bit of help from me while you have a bit of a team meeting.
Everyone, team meeting tonight, 8 o'clock.
What are you talking about, John?
I am talking. Everyone, please listen. Team meeting tonight, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at night in my Zoom.
Don't be the free Zoom, please.
Oh, it's still the free Zoom. I don't got money to upgrade it.
Oh, I don't know why I found that funny. Just the passion you said that with, John. I don't have money to upgrade it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just
You
writing
think
on the
I'm a
board here.
rich kid?
So I'm just writing up on the board now here a strategy for you guys. So focus on older children. A structured parent dictated bedtime becomes less important for teenagers. They need to learn to set their own boundaries and when to call it a night. Okay, so yeah, I definitely think you guys are going to have a
That's
lot
good
more.
strategy. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Because yeah, after you said that all of the research seems to be in. After you said that all of the research seems to be in favor of the other team, then yeah, I thought I'd have a bit of a look and just offer you guys a bit of help there.
Yeah,
So
that's a good help.
very welcome. So yeah, definite. So I mean, still talk about the arguments that you've got so far with people do not need as well. Yeah, people do not need as much sleep as they grow up. You can tie that one into teenage kids and setting their own bedtimes. Children are natural sleepers. Still keep that. All of these arguments are quite good, but just for a few extra ones, yeah, investigate teenagers. Oh, okay. So what else is going on with your debate prep? How's it all coming along? Is there anything you guys are worried about?
No, it's all fine. Last night I opened a debate quiz and for my team and hosted for my teammates to play, and they learned loads of new things.
Amazing. Good job, guys. I'm really impressed with the initiative that you're all taking to get ready for this. That's really good to hear. As the opposition, a big part of your debate strategy is also going to be your rebuttals.
Oh yeah, rebuttals.
So let me move that.
I think we all got rebuttals.
Yeah, so basically every member of your team, except your closing speaker, is going to need rebuttals because your closing speaker is just there to summarize and offer closing arguments. So what are your what are the rebuttals that you guys have planned? Obviously, I can't just show you the arguments that your opponents are going to use because that would not be fair. But what arguments have you considered that they might make?
think I almost know what the argument is like because I do the research and there are a lot of strategy for them.
Very good. So let's hear some of the arguments that you think they might present, and then let's think about some rebuttals for some of them.
I think they will use the smaller kids like the newborn that they need a scheduled sleep and then they say like
Okay, so
schedule it so they can go to sleep at the correctly time and not be tired in the morning.
very good.
And I think if you have a sleeping schedule, when you wake up, you'll not be wait for anything.
If you have a sleep, whoop. If you have sleep,
Have a
If you have
sleep
a
schedule, and when you wake up, you get dressed, and then you're not late for everything.
okay, very good. Give me just 2 moments. I want to check something here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to give you their arguments, but think about the benefits that children might get from having a solid sleep schedule.
I say they would learn that maybe they're in high school or college, they'll have to wake up on time to learn or they'll get punished. Or like that, like now, like me, if I go to school late, I'll be punished. I'll be scolded.
So that would I would consider that to be a very similar argument, or basically the same argument to your number 2. I'm thinking more like personal benefits of having a regular sleep schedule.
I think their brain can relax and they will forget all about the bad thing that happened before, and they'll feel relaxed.
Good job.
And
okay.
it could
So-
help the bones grow too.
That's right. A regular sleeping schedule is very good for you. So it looks like you guys have thought about a few good arguments there. So your next task is with this is to just plan a few rebuttals for these
Yeah.
arguments you think your opponents are going to make. You might need them, you might not, but it will make your job easier on the day because whoever speaks before you, you're going to want to listen to their speech very closely so that you can, so that you can take lots of notes about their argument and look for things to pick on and find weaknesses and offer rebuttals against that. And actually, an interesting thing that I've just thought of, yes, they have way more evidence in favor of their point of view,
Yeah.
but in a way, you can turn that into an advantage because you can read that evidence and you can think of rebuttals against that evidence. You can think of rebuttals against arguments. They can think of that evidence. Whereas because there's not a whole lot of evidence for your side of the argument, they're going to have a harder time looking for rebuttals to your points of view.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, so really use that, try and use that to your advantage when you're coming up with your rebuttals and your strategies and everything. But
Yeah.
let me just say, you guys have done some fantastic work here. You guys have done some really good work here. And if you take what we've talked about in this little chat now, you guys should actually be able to create quite a very strong case for your debate. So yeah, really all you have to do is, plan your arguments out, use the evidence and the strategies we've discussed. And I'll add a note here.
I think we don't stand a chance to Andrew. He's a good captain. He's gooder than me.
Well, Andrew is very, I do have to say, he is very good. He has a lot of very good ideas. And I think that is going to translate very well in his debate. But remember, it is a team argument. So, and there's also more than just the strength of the arguments that will be getting graded. So I'm also going to be grading your presentation, grading the quality of your arguments, going to be grading the quality of your evidence and the quality of your rebuttals. So make sure that each of those categories, you have a good strategy for each one, because like I say, you guys will have an advantage in the rebuttal department. So use that advantage.
Okay. May I ask a question?
No, of course you can.
Oh, that nickname just vanished. I remember there was a person named Primary 2 Female.
I think I
VA.
saw George on that camera for a split. Oh yeah, I think that was George, because George is in the talk now.
Oh, okay. What the hell is?
I used a lot of exclamation points so you know how important this step is. So guys, as you develop your arguments and you get your evidence ready, make sure you all tell George what your arguments and your evidence are. So that gives George the chance to plan his summary and plan his closing statements, because George actually has, I would say, one of the most important jobs on your team, because you guys are going to be talking about a lot and it's going to be going backwards and forwards between the two teams. And pretty much I'm like whatever notes I take is whatever I'm going to remember about your speeches. So it's up to George to make me remember your team's whole case at the very end.
We are planning arguments on that.
Good. So yeah, let's go back to, so Amy,
Teacher.
Stella, Rio, and John. Yes, Amy.
I think you need more. You need more points that you need to tell George. I don't know what it means in English.
More points. What do you,
No,
what?
make sure you will tell George. You have some notes here. You need more, much more.
Okay. So, hello, George. Welcome to the class. So we have been discussing all of the arguments that your team has come up with. So that's, where is it here? That's all of these points right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all of the arguments that your teammates are going to present in the debate on Thursday. We've been discussing the evidence that they've managed to find. We have come up with a strategy for your team to be able to create a nice, strong case. And we've planned
Some rebuttals.
some rebuttals. So we have imagined the arguments that the other team are going to make, and we need to think of some rebuttals for them. And right down here, I've made sure to make a big important note that all of your team needs to make sure they tell you their arguments and their evidence so that you can summarize your team's case and give me a nice, strong, concluding argument. So, George, I need you to make sure that you're checking in with all of your teammates regularly so that they can tell you their arguments and their evidence so you can write a good closing statement. Okay, so yeah, that's all done. So fantastic work today, guys. Get on with making your arguments, and I look forward to seeing you all in class on Thursday for our first debate. Now, the most important thing, by the way, because this is our first go at a debate, treat this one like a practice run. So, you know, like it'll be okay to make a few mistakes here and there. I'm not going to be super strict with the marking for this one. But afterwards, we're going to have a few more goes at having a debate. So we'll be able to treat it a bit more like a serious, real debate. So with this one, just have fun, have a go. And if you make a mistake, treat it like a learning experience and improve on your next one. So brilliant work today, guys. I'm very happy with your progress. I'll send you those whiteboards in Zalo. I'll send it to one of you, and then I'll leave it up to you to pass it on to the rest of your teammates. So brilliant work today, guys. I look forward to seeing your arguments on Thursday.
Okay.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys.
You too.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Remember,
Bye-bye.
everyone, team meeting tonight.
Have a good lunch, teacher.
Thank you, Amy. You too.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Did you eat lunch already?
No, not yet, actually.
What? I thought you
My
eat lunch already.
No, my first class was at lunchtime, so I haven't had a chance to eat yet.
Oh, okay.
But
Goodbye,
I've got
teacher.
goodbye.